Guys, it's Lori. I worked on a little project today and I want to show it to you guys. I made a Valentine's craft, so I needed something to hang on my window frame that I did in my video yesterday. So let me flip you around. I'm still a little bit sick, so if I sound funny, that's why. And if I look funny. Do I have something in my hair? Maybe not. Anyway, wouldn't be my video without a distraction, would it? I know I'm not looking in the right place at all. There you are. So let me go ahead and show you how I made it, and then I'll show you the finished project. Supplies for my project, I'm gonna need one of these heart wreath frames from the Dollar Tree, heart wreath form. I'm gonna need some burlap ribbon, the 5.5 inch wide burlap ribbon. I got this at either Hobby Lobby or Walmart. Not really sure. I think this one came from Walmart. But anyway, there's 30 feet of it, probably won't need it all. I got this ribbon out that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm not sure if I'll use it or not. We'll see. I'm also not sure if I'm going to use these little heart picks that I got from the Dollar Tree last year. I also might even use a little bit of duct tape, believe it or not. I need one of these wires for sure, the little pipe cleaner thing, or you can just use regular wire, but I'm just going to use a pipe cleaner, some scissors, wire cutters, and I might use some of these flowers. There's one loose one, and this one is from a previous project. That's actually a wiffle ball cut in half that I glued the flowers onto, and I might tear this apart and reuse some of the flowers. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to decorate the wreath, but I'm definitely using the burlap and the heart frame. All right, let's get started. Just snip the little string that's wrapped around the burlap and cut the tag off. I always hate those little plastic things. They fly around sometimes and get lost on the floor and you can't find them until you step on them later. There it is. Get that out of here. All right. Nope, can't find the other end, but that's okay. That little string right there, I'll just snip that off. One thing I like to do is take this Dollar Tree basket and just sit my roll of burlap in there, and it just keeps it from like flying all over the kitchen while I'm trying to use it. So, all right, so take the pipe cleaner, fold it in half, cut it in half, I should say. Probably should have just used my scissors because it turns out the wire cutters don't do the greatest on those. But anyway, trim the tag off here. All right, just pull out some ribbon to get yourself started with and put it underneath the frame. We're going to use the middle wire. See, I'm going to push the burlap up around the middle wire like that. Just kind of meet the corners together. And then we're going to take this pipe cleaner and push it through the burlap, not too close to the end though, or else it'll just pull right out because it'll unravel. The burlap unravels pretty easy. So what we're going to do is just attach it. We're attaching it to the frame right now. We're going to attach the beginning of it to the frame. Just twist it around a couple times and there we go. See, I grabbed my scissors. I should have just used my scissors. But, you know, trying to be good and not cut wire with my scissors because it can ruin your scissors, but apparently I'm not very good with the wire cutters either. Just push that down so it doesn't catch on my burlap. Then you just start pulling it up like this, like kind of like folding it in half right up over that middle wire. Push it down. Just kind of gather it together. Just keep shoving it down, pulling it up through, and pushing it down. Just like that. Straighten it out a little bit. Oh, just keep pulling it through, pushing it down. It's really a pretty simple way to make a wreath. You can see it's starting to take form a little bit, but you can make it real tight and keep pushing it down so it's real tight, or you can keep it kind of loose. I tend to like them a little bit tighter than I made this one, but it still turns out okay. You can just kind of see my wire a little bit. If you make it a little bit tighter, you can't see the wire, but you can always fluff it up a little bit and, you know, work it around so you can't see it. But then when you get to that wire that goes across, just keep right on going. Just pretend it's not even there. Just try to make your sections so they look even. Like, don't gather one super tight and then another one loose, because then it looks kind of funny. But yeah, it's pretty simple. So guys, I'm gonna speed this up and finish it up and show you what I do at the end. All right, we got it all on there. Just kind of messing around with it right now to kind of make sure it still is shaped like a heart with a little point at the bottom. And yeah, I'm just gonna kind of fluff it up a little bit because you can see where you can kind of see the wire a little bit. So just scrunch it up and fluff it around, play with it, and it works. I apologize for being out of frame a little bit here, but I did not realize that until after the fact. So yeah. All right, just flip it over, and this is where you're gonna put the other piece of wire in so you can attach that end, the ending piece, to the frame. Just trim it off. I always trim it off so I leave myself plenty. But yeah, and it's the same thing you did to start. You just fold it like that and poke your little pipe cleaner through and attach it to the frame. Just attach it to the frame somewhere that it's gonna kind of stay put. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm getting it under two different directions so that it doesn't pull back the other way. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And twist it around a couple times, just like you did with the beginning piece. And you're never going to see that wire, so it doesn't really matter. You could use any color you want. Any color you have. Trimming off that little bit of burlap, and there we go. Okay, there it is. And I'm totally out of frame, but there it is. All right, let's move on to some embellishments. Trying out the flower. Not really sure I'm feeling it with the flower. No, not really. But let's try the little hearts and see how that is. As soon as I put one of them in, I pretty much know that that's what I want to go with. Breaking off the little sticks that they're on. Just kind of poking them in there. And of course, I'm such a professional. I'm out of frame. But what can I say? It's not the best angle for you to see, but the hearts actually look pretty cute in there. So just breaking those sticks off and sticking them in. Just kind of randomly, playing around with them, get them where you like them. I'll tell you this, it takes me about nearly 10 minutes to realize that you really only need about maybe a half an inch of that stick, and they just stick right in there. I'm working way too hard on this. It doesn't have to be that hard. What I'm trying to do is push that stick through that burlap, and it doesn't really want to go. So finally I realized that if you just cut it really short, it sticks right in there. There we go. I'm not going to torture you through the 10 minutes I spent fooling around with these things. So let's just move on to the next step. All right, so I'm still not 100% thrilled with these, getting a little bit frustrated when all I really had to do was go and hang it up and put them on after it was hanging up, because that's pretty much what I ended up doing. But here's some burlap ribbon and a safety pin. I'm going to use that burlap ribbon to hang this on my window frame. So I'm just going to fish it through there, fold it up. I'm going to hook it together with the safety pin. So let me go and get that done really quick. All right, here it is, hung up. Try to put some light on it really quick for you. I don't know if that's gonna work out because my flashlight that I have here, there we go. Yeah, that kind of washes it out, but I just needed to get it hung up and then I arranged the hearts. So I just couldn't do it when it was laying flat on the table, but when I got it hung up, I got it in place just like I wanted it. So there it is. I'm liking it. Try it without the light now. There we go. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.